Hello guys, it's Cameron Northside Pool Services, and today I'm going to be showing you how to dismantle a pump, a pool pump. Now, there isn't really a particular reason why we'll be dismantling this pump, but because I've got an extra one, I decided I'd show you what to do and what the components are. I'm using a 10 socket with an extendable arm, because if any spiders come out of this bloody thing, I will shit myself. But anyway, so let me try and get this one closer. So you can see. Alright, so this top box here is your electrical box. It's what the pump's motor sits in. If you lift it up, so there's two screws here, one there and there, star screwdriver. Okay, you lift it up. Right, now, let's just bring it a bit closer. This is not working. Okay. Alright, okay, so this white piece here, inside here, is called a capacitor. Alright, this is what's basically responsible for starting the pump. Alright, you'll see that it connects up to the negative blue on the pump side, and then you've got one in the middle going to the positive of the pump. Alright, the black is left, well, the black one goes to the blue neutral of this main wire here that goes obviously to your switch on your DB. So the neutral wire, the blue one, is going into here where the black wire from the actual motor comes from. Okay, I will show you just now. Then you've got a brown and an earth alive and an earth. So if I show you what I'm talking about, you see the blue one from the pump, this wire here that comes from the DB. Alright, so going to the black there. Alright, then your brown, which is the red, is your positive from the pump side going to the positive of the capacitor, as well as the positive of the pump's wire coming from the DB. And the blue one here, this neutral here, is going into the pump, and then you've got your capacitor at the other end of the capacitor going to that. So no other wires will go into there. Yeah, so I'm just showing you, and this is a capacitor. Alright. Now the first thing you should look for, if you switch your pump on and it's just humming, is basically, hold on, let me just see if I can adjust this bloody thing. Okay, so if a pump is humming, the first thing you're going to check is your capacitor. This is more than likely the cause. Generally these do blow. If you open this up, you'll see that this capacitor will be swollen and it'll have like a grey foam coming out of it, like a very hard looking foam. Then you know to replace the capacitor. Okay. The second thing is, obviously if your pump is humming, there are quick fixes, or you can replace the whole pump depending on how bad the situation is. But generally you will spin the back propeller. I know you can't see this thing. Okay, so the back propeller, if it turns, and you can see on this, it's turning pretty flippin' fine, so you know the bearing is not seized. If this was stuck and it wasn't turning, you could try and keep turning it and see if it unclogs itself, because sometimes it's just corrosion on the actual shaft. From climate change, hot to cold, cold to hot, it will cause corrosion, which does prevent the propeller from turning, but not often. So in this case, you know the bearing is fine. If you're spinning it, there's no noise coming from the pump, so the bearing is fine. Okay. The next thing we do is obviously we want to see if the mechanical seal is fine. And the mechanical seal fits between this housing here, and it's basically what is responsible for keeping the water inside the pump. So how are we going to open that with a okay, so yeah, now there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. There are 8 bolts, 10 sockets. Alright, that you can undo. Sorry, I know this is taking a bit of time. I should have hyperlapsed it, but at least it gives you the experience of what you guys will be going through when you take this apart. Sticking my hands under them just in case they just spark. I don't trust this one. Looks like it's been pulled through the maze. So I don't know where this pipe has been. And just now there's a flipping deadly spider in it or something. I don't understand my phobia with spiders. So if I do see one and it comes jumping out here, I'll literally probably die. Okay, so once all of the screws are undone, bear in mind these are not quite undone, but I'm going to take the trans. So just between the housing, just maneuver it. Now be careful, if there's water in here it will run out. This will usually just pop off, but something tells me that this mechanical sealing here has been put on wrong, and that's why it is jamming. Here comes the water. Okay, so the stand. See that that's the one half of the pump here. Now there's a seal in here, just that fits here. It goes to the front of this diffuser here. Alright. Now, I don't know if you're seeing this. Let's bring it lower. We'll bring it down. Yeah. Okay, there we go. So now basically, now you can see properly. So this piece here, it's got a seal. Alright, that's a seal there. Now, in theory, this would go something like that. This would go like that. When it's in the pump. Okay? So it's basically just going around here. Very important, don't forget about the seal. Always check that seal to see if it's not damaged. Then you got 3 screws here, 1, 2, 3. Now always pay very good attention to the way that this sits. It must always basically be 11 o'clock. If this fin is sitting here or here, this pump will not suck water. So always just remember, how you take it off is exactly the way you must put it back on. So if you look carefully here, you'll notice that there's a line, like almost like an indent. I'll try and bring this closer quickly. You can see, you see that line there. Now that's where that fin of that must sit. If it doesn't sit there, you're going to have a problem. Okay. All right. Now, to access the mechanical seal, it's basically sits behind you now. I can already feel this is pretty much stuck. So you hold the propeller at the back, one hand, and you try and get this off. If it doesn't turn off, then you're going to have a bit of a problem. Now this mechanical seal is stuffed. You can feel this thing is jammed. Okay. So in a case like this, just give me a second. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so in a case like this, if this gets stuck, you're going to have to try and get this piece off here. Little bracket that holds the propeller. This will budge. Okay, and we're back. I eventually got it off. Okay. So, as I was saying, you're going to need something to hold this back piece here. ideally a locking pliers will work the best. So you just basically clamp it. Right. Oh, let me show you exactly what I've crimped. Sorry. So, if you look there, that's where the propeller will sit on there. So you're going to crimp this back piece. That's what the propeller turns on. Okay. Then, I'm going to hold that down. Make sure the back doesn't turn. I'm going to try and get this off. If it's stuck, which it generally will be. Once then you give me no choice but to break this. Now, obviously, if this is your pump, I wouldn't suggest it, but in this case, there we go. So we turn this off, and let's see what's cracking on the mechanical seal. Mechanical seal actually looks okay. I don't know why it's so tight. Okay, it's just stuck to shit. Okay, let's do this. Damn. I don't know what the hell they've done here. This seal is kissed. This is not going to be an easy task to get the seal off. Damn it. I've never seen a mechanical stuck like this before. Jeez. Fuck. How? See, I want to damage the seal so I can show you what it looks like. But if need be, I'll have to break this off. Okay. I think I'm going to have to break the seal off because this ain't going to come. It's completely jamming. Unfortunately, so this is not salvageable. We'll be back. So the good news is I managed to save the mechanical seal. Okay, so that's basically what a mechanical seal looks like. That's the one end. Alright, so it's a little bit bent though. So there's this. The lip on this actually seems perfect. There's nothing wrong with this seal, except for now because I damaged it. But anyway, okay. So the next part of the mechanical seal is where the fuck is my screwdriver? Okay. Now be careful when you do this. You see, there's the white porcelain piece here. There's a little rubber piece that fits, that this porcelain fits into. There you go. Okay, so. Now, around there in the inside is a little rubber piece. Be careful you do not crack the plastic above it. Sorry. Yeah, so you ideally just want to get, I'll show you now. You just want to get the rubber out gently. If it will come out. If course, this is my video, so everything is like 10 times more difficult than normal. Yes, of course, the mechanical seal here would be stuck as well, which is actually, yeah, it's coming slowly. So there's the piece there, and there's the rubber around it. Now, if you need to know which way this is, always remember the porcelain side, yeah, with the rubber around it goes into this, yeah, and then the piece with the lip faces like that. So this will be inside the pump on this side. You've got your porcelain on this side, and the one with the lip on this side. The metal must always face this, so you would have your shaft coming through, and then that would be like that. Okay, in case you didn't know. But yeah, this is what your mechanical seals, and the bearing is just behind here. So if you undo these 4 screws here, pull this off, this is your front bearing here, and then from the rear you can undo the back piece here. There's a metal piece here at the back like that. This metal piece here, why can't you fucking see? Okay, that piece there, this metal, you've got 4 screws like bolts, 1, 2 and 3 and 4 at the bottom. You undo that and you pull this back, and you'll have the rear bearing sitting right there. And that's it. Hope that helps somebody in the world, and for our trainees, I hope that helps you as well. Have a nice day, and we'll see you again soon. Ciao.